I think I joined the Optical Society as it was in 1977, I think, maybe even earlier. So I've been a member for a very long time. And one thing I often think about is, as a student, you paid $10 or $9, or it wasn't expensive. Well, it seemed expensive at the time, but in return, what you would get is you'd get every printed copy of every journal that the Society published. And these would arrive across the Atlantic, presumably in a steamer, I don't know. And so I ended up at the end of my PhD with shelffuls of these, of applied optics and the Journal of the Optical Society of America. That's before it split into two. So, I mean, I was quite amazed by how generous that was somehow to the students should get all this stuff. Of course, I didn't know what to do with it after I left Oxford and moved on in my career. So maybe it's a good thing that we no longer do that from the point of view of the environment, you know. But, now it's all electronic. So I had a very good impression of the Optical Society, and then I went to my first conference. I think that was in Rochester, if I remember correctly. It was one of the Optical Society meetings. So since then I've remained involved. I've been to many meetings. Put in many papers. My various groups in different places put in many papers. So, and then Peter Knight, I think it was, suggested that I might like to become a director at large. This is after I'd moved to Germany. So I suppose he thought, as a British person who's decided to work in Germany, it was an exotic place or something. So that sounds like someone who might be good as a director at large. So I got into that and spent my whatever time it is, 4 years, and then I got a call one day, which sort of knocked me off my seat a bit, saying would you consider putting your name in to be president of the OSA? And so I thought about that. I was shocked, first of all. Why me? You know, I mean, I'm a researcher first and foremost. I'm not a politician. I'm not someone who can stand up and make speeches. I stand up and I give scientific talks. That's what I do. So I was a bit shocked by this, but then I thought, why not? It's an interesting adventure. It's nice. It's interesting to do something different and also find out more about the inner workings of OSA. Although I knew about that already by being a director at large. So and then to my great surprise, I got a telephone call one weekend saying you've been chosen. So yeah. Makes you feel good when you get that. A lot of people out there apparently like you, or at least like what you're doing. So that was a highlight.